Not gonna lie, I could play Vivaldi all day long. I absolutely adore it. The concerto for four violins is absolutely wonderful, and I literally could be like, well, I guess you know what, the whole stream would just be playing, what's it called? Not like live concerts because those are copyrighted, but you know, people that create classical works of art that are free to use and whatnot, they exist. So I'll be like, let's just listen to all of these. These are great. I love it. I'm sitting there, I'm looking at it, I'm like, concert for, yep, Allegro and A minor. What else do we have? Vivaldi. Concert for flute, violin, and continuo in C minor. Allegro section. Oh, I do love Vivaldi. And have Mozart here. I have Strauss. Strauss is okay. Tchaikovsky, look, Tchaikovsky's great. I like Tchaikovsky um, when it doesn't sound like he's trying to constantly attack me with music. Rossi. I'm not even sure how I feel about Rossini. Rossini, the first time I actually learned about Rossini was the first time I heard about Rossini was in a video, in a VHS back in the early 90s, they had Meet the Composers, and they would have basically like movie documentaries, kind of, well, sort of like movie mockument. What's the word when they basically biopics, or when it's like, well, in this case they're dead, so it's not biopic, but like a kind of like biography of their life for it, and it was kind of for like a PBS kind of scenario, but it had VHS, and we got them from the library every week, which is always a fun sentence to say. And we would, and that's the first time I met Rossini. He was a young, charismatic guy who liked to create these romanticisms and whatnot. So that's how I've always viewed Rossini. And then I played Rossini, and I was like, I don't like Rossini. I don't like playing Rossini. Hi, Echo. How are you? We're just playing some classical music and basically stalling at this point. Basically, we're in stall mode. So hello and welcome to Kazara's Casual Corner. I am a very much in Kazara. So, as everyone knows at this point, it is September. So a whole bunch of people are trying to do subs and whatnot like that. And part of that is to like kind of incentivize it with goals. And so just to be clear, like obviously no one is like expecting this. Most of this is just for fun. But at the same time, I was telling Drake and a couple other colleagues that subs, bits, what's the other one? Tips, patroning, all that kind of stuff. Like in my thing, it's called patroning. All that goes a really long way. I started streaming a little over not a little over, at this point, almost 4 years ago, and I would probably say, and I was telling Drake this too, I was like, I'd probably say most of my upgraded equipment that I was able to do for both streaming and for recording, not only came from my jobs as a musician and an actor, which I I get paid for those too. I love it. I'm really thankful that I get to do that. But some of the other upgrades that come with it actually come from doing this. So when we do sub goals and whatnot, all of those things help there. So we're really, really thankful, and to do fun things for you guys as thanks for that kind of stuff. And apparently eating spicy ramen is one of those. Apparently eating spicy ramen is one of those things that people like to say. Who knew? On top of that, I don't do well with spicy food, but as long as it's got some flavor that I can still taste through the pain, it's fine. I would usually live with it. But yeah, so for all the subs that we got so far up to this point of I think at this point I'm just a couple away from the next tier, from the next sub goal, which is storytelling, which is not this game. It's a different one. It's a different storytelling, which I forgot I even had. I have added this game, but we have a different storytelling until, which is that we basically take like a Mother Goose kind of Brothers Grimm story, and then we have what's it called, writer's cards that we can draw or pull, or you guys can be like, hey, why don't you instead make the writer, main character do this? Basically what we're going to do here, but with other stories live as well. So we're doing it. Sleeping off some medication, missed a jump from Echo Stream to here. That's all right. Welcome in. We were just talking classical music, and I was explaining, like, I would probably say a lot of my upgraded equipment, from the Shure microphone to my new speakers that I got here. My new speakers are my favorite upgrade that I was able to get because of, in addition to, because of this stream. So I have my, I got recording gigs and whatnot, and other gigs and whatnot, but this stream helped too to get me new speakers for my studio. And now all of my editing for the narration book I have is so much faster. So all the bits count, all the bits help, all the subs help, all the patron tips help. All of that is excellent work. Drake, also another entrepreneur. He has his own storefront that he's got to work on and stuff like that. All of that goes to help us to continue living the lives that we have always dreamed of. So thank you for that. We appreciate all of the help that we get to help build our lives, and hopefully you guys are entertained in the process. Just like any theater company, theater and performances do not survive without people to enjoy them. Not really. So again, like I said, thank you very much. So with no further ado, we are going to be doing spicy ramen. I'll tell you about it because I want to stall for as long as I possibly can. I'm the same way with spicy stuff. You are? Yeah. So I am Andrew Echo, since you're another anime person. You like Shokugeki. Have you seen Shokugeki no Soma, right? Food Wars, for anyone that kind of likes it in English. I have all the manga which includes many recipes from the manga and the anime. So I love the anime. Though season 5 was weird. I can't get back into it because like they took it off of like High Dive. So I was like, oh, okay, fine. So now I have to go buy the DVD. But I have all the manga and I have Mapo Tofu. Now in volume 15 of Shokugeki no Soma, lurking and cooking. Yeah, he's cooking. And I was like, this might you cook your own stuff. This is in volume 15. There is a competition between Soma and Kuga for who could make the most money during the festival. Kuga is well known for being Chinese specialty, specifically spicy Chinese specialty. So Sichuan cooking. the moment I say Szechuan, I know what that is. All right, so Szechuan cooking is Kuga's specialty, and people flock to his shop to be able to eat the house special, which is Mabo tofu, which is infused with sake, Szechuan peppers, as well as a bunch of other spices and whatnot. So in the manga, and I posted the recipe in our Discord. They have all of the stuff there. Now, in my local international store, which I go to all the time because biracial, and we go to it all the time for it, and they have actually Mabo tofu packets, which have all of the ingredients already in it, minus maybe a couple. I can add Szechuan peppers to it, or more Szechuan peppers, so I can add a little more sake to give it a little bit more of that kind of kick behind it, as well as other ingredients, leeks, vegetables, all that kind of stuff that you can add to the sauce. But it basically provides the basic sauce for it, and it is hot. I went to like kind of touch a little bit, and I touched my I was already like drinking milk along the way. And then I wanted to do ramen, a spicy ramen as well, to top it. And I've always seen mie goreng, which is an Indonesian ramen dish, which has been heavily influenced by Chinese seasonings, but is primarily an Indonesian dish. And so I took an instant packet from that. I looked at the ingredients, and it's got, your kind of like that Szechuan kind of spices behind it, but more earthy, if you will. So created that, mixed the peppers together, added a little bit extra of the pepper behind it, along with some Japanese 7 spice to give it a little bit of a kick flavor, and some ginger, and thus we created. Pikachu is invisible, and thus we created Mabo tofu curry on mie goreng ramen. So without further ado, we're going to try to eat it. I have more. So if more people show up and are like, hey, I missed this spicy eating, I have more. It's over there. I'll put it on top of rice, though, because I only had 1 packet of the ramen. All right, so with that in tow, thank you all very much for the subs. They help very much. Like I said, the most recent subs helped by these new speakers, which makes my editing for the narration book so much faster. So much faster. Okay. So, by the way, when I was making the ramen, my ramen looked angry. It looks so angry. It's just red. And I know when I talk about magic, I'm like, I'm a mono red player, but it's not really here. I have ice cream at the end of this that I will treat myself to before we go into the game. So here we go. So we have spicy ramen. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Everything's on fire already. It's on fire. I thought I would at least last like 2 bites. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna I was telling another streamer about this, and I was like, I'm gonna let you know how it goes, and this is how it's going. Hold on a second. It's so hot. I'm on fire. right. So okay. All right. So all right, with that, let's take another bite. So that's the ramen itself, the Indonesian ramen. Um, Thank you for the Mario death, by the way. I appreciate it. Drake has been Drake has been talking about how I need to build up my tolerance for spice anyway. I did. I totally did. I feel like when I say like let's do five subs for spicy food, he's like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. It was actually a trap. It was a trap. You reverse psychologied me into it. That's my thought. That is my thought on the process. All right, hold on. Let me go back to my own channel so I can see how everything's going on my own thing. Okay. I'm going to turn that down again. So with that, why don't we go ahead and I'll try it because I'm not going to be able to eat this very... Oh! I pressed my lips together and I'm on fire again. Okay. What? Hi, K Dog. How are you? My chopsticks fell into the bowl. We are doing the first Gub Soul redemption. Good stuff. I gotta try this. It'll. Yeah, I'll get you with it. I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. So that's the tofu. So in order to make this, they suggest silken tofu. Extra spicy. Hi, Nendo. Welcome to the fire stream. I hope you're all ready. Yeah, so Indonesian spice. I would probably say they do a pretty good job of matching Szechuan pepper. Yeah. So sheep scream was muted. Oh, it was muted for you. Oh no. Let me know if you hear it on delay. So I have to. So apparently, sound alerts have to do something with them. Drake, did you hear the sound alert go off when you did the Mario death and everything else? Nenda, welcome in. So we are playing. Well, we are playing. We're not. Well, we are playing something, but first we got to get through this bit. We did all the sound alerts are a bit slow at the moment. Okay. Okay, I got to figure out what that is because I'm not sure why they're so low. So if you know Shokugeki no Soma, and if there's one person in this chat that I absolutely knows Shokugeki no Soma, it's definitely Nendo. We took the spicy mabo tofu mofu one. Y'all playing Life Alert with that ghost pepper ramen? No ghost pepper here. That's too much. That's just straight pain, and I'm not doing pain. I had to when Mad Matt said it had to be spicy, but I had to enjoy it. So I'm enjoying it, but you can tell that most of my speech is now gone. Right? Gone. So I took the mabo tofu curry from the manga recipe, and I made that, and then I put it on top of mee goreng Indonesian ramen. To kind of fusion it a little bit. Taking a lot of antibiotics, so my gut bacteria have been wiped out. So my appetite is all confused. I ate a meal for 2 in one sitting, and I still felt like I'm starving. Oh, ooh. Have some. Clearly what you need when your gut bacteria is wiped to shreds is spicy food, right? Exactly. So yeah, and I added just a little bit more sake and a more Szechuan pepper. I don't know why. I thought that maybe it had to be more spicy, and I was like, you know what, this doesn't look red enough. And I did that before I made the Indonesian ramen, and the Indonesian ramen was just straight up red. It was all red. I was like, oh, this was a mistake. Cancel for no ghost. Ow, come on. Okay, dog, you can't cancel me for no ghost pepper. I want to live. I want to live to see tomorrow. I also don't want to pay for like an ambulance to come take me somewhere when I collapse. Yeah, I know. You're trying to kill me. I know. So I thought since Indonesia, so specifically Indonesian ramen, is influenced by Chinese spices. I thought, well, what happens if I put the two together? Right? She's training to build up to that one. I am not training. There is no training regimen. I'm eating this one, and then I have ice cream. I have a taiyaki waiting for me, and all that. We can't eat ghost pepper unless we're doing a Phasmo stream. Court order. You let me know when I do a Phasmo stream. I need some sake for that one. And I don't drink on my. Oh yes, there's training. Ooh, ooh, I got one. He caught me. Oh, he caught me. Oh, he caught me. Whoo. Ghost pepper is bland though. See, I like spices, not spicy. Like, it's so I'm burning right now. So you know, in the anime, you have everybody sweating and in tears, right? They're like, "Oh, it's so painful, but it's so good." And then they have like the clothes everywhere and stuff like that. No. Nendo says get her to Carolina Reaper. It's sweet. No. Even people in the Carolinas are like, I don't know about that. I've been to the Carolinas where there are stores specifically designed for the Carolina Reaper, and they put warning labels. So, oh my god, I can feel my eyeballs. I can feel my. Let's be real. The best character is Hayama. The best character is Hayama. Hold on, I'm gonna fix my hair because it's in my way. Oh my gosh. I just want to breathe. I can feel my eyeballs. Okay. Oh my goodness. Like seriously, I can feel them. Okay. I could milk time. Yep. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. Okay. All right. Oh, also, Nendo. You know how in the Mabo Tofu, they. Blah, blah. I mean, I'm trying to like talk, and my tongue is like, I can't touch any other part of your mouth. You know how they use ground pork? I think they use ground pork for the meat that goes with it, in addition to the other vegetables. But instead, I decided, shabu meat, right? The thin slices that you would use for like a barbecue kind of thing. Well, I decided, why don't I like slice and dice that up to smaller bits? So lots of thin sliced beefs stir fried into the mabo tofu instead of ground beef or ground pork. And that's how it tastes. Yeah, slice. Yeah, so slice shabu, slice even more. Which I put a video in our Discord there, which is just me like rolling it up and like slicing it and slicing it again. So it's just like strips of sliced thin sliced shabu. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Get this tofu piece here. I don't know. I'm trying to remember why they use silken tofu instead of firm tofu. Yeah, so I think if I had used like the entire slice of shabu, oh my, God, my lips are gone. If I had used the entire slice of shabu, I probably wouldn't have made it because you get those things. But it kind of becomes like the ground beef in and of itself. But instead of it being, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I can definitely tell there's a different texture for it. Drake, I'm dying. It's so angry. taiyaki early. I was gonna be like, I can hold out until like halfway through. No, I might get my taiyaki. I have 3 things of taiyaki. I might need them all. Let's see. Mama says I don't use ground pork, sea pork for that matter. Only sky pork. Oh my god. Whew, whew. Shabu texture is different. Not even it's not even ground. It's shabu sky. It's straight up sky beef. I took that big chunk and I was like, I am going to brave this. I'm going to I literally just texted another streamer that I told about this, and I'm on fire. Where is, I have an emote that's specifically for this. Hold on, I have one. Where is it? Where's my pen? That's the one. That's my emote now. We're only here to have fun. Here's the thing. So Matt, as much as it was like, as it hit me in the face, I can still taste everything, which is really, really nice. So believe me, I am getting like a lot of like painful, but it's kind of interesting. And the reason I don't, that's the reason I don't usually try it. It is set up. It is. DeCalio says, you eaten yet? DeCalio, I can barely talk. I'm still here. Look, I still have it. I'm still making it. Oh, I'm still here, DeCalio. I'm still eating. I'm still eating, DeCalio. Here. So I was telling him about it. So I made mabo tofu, which I showed you in your Discord, with mee goreng ramen. Mee goreng ramen is Indonesian, and I am happy to see you too. I am. I'm not sure if this is the reason that you should be happy to watch me, kind of incinerate myself through taste. But here, I am breathing. You need that recipe? Oh yeah. Oh no, K-Dog. It should. Well, the mee goreng is a specific. Ooh, I don't want to do that. The mee goreng is. I can send you the packet that I found for it. So I'll send you. I can show it in our Discord. I can show you what packet it was. But the recipe for the mabu tofu is actually in the Discord already. Check out. Scroll up on the food section, and you'll see the recipe from the manga. That's the one. Yes, and you are crazy. I have a mighty need. Yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Ndikaya, we are happy to see you too. It is good to have you here, enjoying this moment where we entertain the masses. Hold on a second. Oh, that caught me by surprise. As you all know, or may have not noticed, as you can clearly tell, spicy food is not, you're welcome, K-Dog, is not my go-to. And let's see, what's funny, I hate ramen, but sometimes I like it. So ramen is a very generic term. There's a whole lot that goes, there's a whole lot that goes into it. So for example, like this one, ramen. Right? Ramen is very generic. Like Ken's. Ramen is a generic kind of a lot. It's just that kind of style of noodle that would go for it. But for example, the Japanese ramen, different from the one that the Philippine would use, as well as the one that the Chinese would use. Same with the Chinese. Everyone's kind of got their own specialty that goes with it, so to speak, as well as the spices that go alongside it. So mapo tofu is. See, so remember, this is why I didn't do this on Monday, because I had to do recording on Monday and Tuesday, and I was like, I have a day off tomorrow. No, and then there's Marchurin, yes. And then, but here's the thing. So Marchurin, you can take that ramen cake and just add new spices to it, right? And then you have a whole new style of ramen. You can make it that one specifically. You can even stir fry it because the flour they use is actually quite thick. So if you stir fry it really fast, you can get a nice coating of like a sesame oil stuff or anything. So it's pretty good. It soaks up the flavors. Is the best. Yeah. So it soaks up flavors really, really nicely. But if you think about, if you stir fry it, you get a whole new flavor profile. So imagine, like, for example, you put, the oil and then ramen, and then you put, let's say, ramen seasoning, or you want to put soy sauce seasoning or teriyaki seasoning or something like that. You can do that. Is it Maruchan? Is that what it is? I just know it's the M and the CH. It's the big one that everyone knows that comes in like 32 packs at Sam's Clubs, Costco's, and BJ's. Or whatever else big box store exists in the round. Yeah. That's the brand. Another bite. Whew. Am I sweating yet? I can't sweat because I'm on stream. You're not supposed to sweat on camera. Oh, it crushed my lip. Probably did. It's Mar. It's M-A-R, and then there's some other letters, and then there's Chan afterwards. Should definitely check that. So, oh my gosh. I'm not even halfway. This is small. This is my ramen bowl. My ramen bowl is very small. Like, it's half my head. I'm not even halfway. This is slow going. Mad Matt says the Korean grocery store near me sells frozen yakisoba noodles that are really good for home and ramen and stir fry. Yes, yeah. The international stores and the Philippine store near me do the same, and it's great. Oh, it's great. Yeah, I got a Pikachu bowl, though Pikachu seems to not show up on my green screen, which is always fun. At one point, oh, it's funny when I have two birds, right? When they fly up, they're green, so they half their body doesn't show up because of the green screen. Mar and Chin in the middle is complicated. As long as you can season it, it's fine. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. But that being said, the one thing about spicy food that I think is always should be consistent is that people don't just let. Well, I don't know if this is true. People be our back lying downstairs. Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the. Oh, I burned. I caught that Szechuan pepper right at the end of that rhyme. Oh, can't catch me on the gingerbread man. The one thing about spicy food that I think is really important is that it really, I don't think it personally should over flavor the spice. So right now, the pain that comes from spicy food is very prevalent. However, I can still very much taste the sake. I can taste the silken tofu seasoning. I can taste the texture of the beef. I can taste the ginger that I put in here, the garlic, the Japanese seasonings that I also added for a little bit of variety of just flavor profile and whatnot. Excuse me. Pikachu had its ability switched and color changed through the battle shenanigans to clear. Look, it's so clear that it's going through to my background, which is Eevee. Look, there's Flareon right there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So good. That being said, like this actually, Mad Matt, this is actually pretty tasty. The Mabo Tofu Curry is a really nice balance of spicy flavors. Because while the pain does do it, I wondered if maybe perhaps the pain pleasure centers of the brain, right? So when the pain and pleasure are kind of activated, yada, 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 and whatnot, does it enhance maybe the flavors that we're also tasting from our actual tongues? That being said, the pain is not on my tongue. It's on my lips. The pain is mostly on my lips. That is the most burning sensation I've got on my body right now. Oh yeah, no. Here's the thing, man. Whenever I put the spicy ramen noodle up, I will never do it to the point where I'm like not gonna enjoy it because I like food, and I think food is meant to be enjoyed. If it's just gonna be straight pain, that's not really enjoyment to me. Pain can be something, and I think it's something that one has to experience a little bit, but I don't think it should be at the expense of actual real cooking flavor. So no. So you guys never have to worry about whether or not I'm actually like in pain to the point of like I'm hurting myself because I will not allow that. I think that desensitizes people. Um, I kind of take that viewpoint of too much pain, um, and joked about too much. Sometimes can make people be like, but no, I will never get to that point. I will have to admit, however, sometimes experiencing it is not a bad thing. For example, uh, ramen, like this one. Pedro, welcome in. Welcome into my casual corner of fiery chaos. I hope that Weird West went well. I know I had to lurk for the rest of it because I was trying to get both my birds under control. And, wow, all of my sound alerts are really delayed. I have to figure that out quick. Maybe it's because I'm on a different screen or something. I don't know. We'll see. Pedro, I hope you're doing well. I know that you are. I know that you are. Huh! Oh God! I was concentrating, Pedro. All right. Well, you got me back for today. I went into Pedro's stream earlier. She was playing Weird West, which I'm probably going to do an SO for, just because I know everyone here probably knows you, but just in case. Just in case. I went into Pedro's stream for Weird West, and I said, "Hey," and Pedro has the TSS up, so it speaks the chat. Um, is it TTS or it's TTS, right? TTS. And so, and so she jumps. Ah, Kisara, don't scare me. And I said, I finally got to scare Pedra. Yay! And that being said, she will probably always get me. Pedra, K-Dog said that the sound alert, or Drake said the sound alerts are really delayed. So I heard it, and I don't know why. Yeah, Pedra was on break for a little while, but she now streams again. So if you haven't checked her out, you definitely should. She plays. I would probably say that Pedra is a. I was not mean. I would say that Pedro, your streams are probably, I'd say, a combination of both Drake's and my style. Like you liked all of them, from the cute games like the ones I play, all the way to like Weird West and whatnot. One of the streams she did, like Evil World Domination, I saw her try to do it. She's also a trophy hunter. So yeah, she's got some good content over there. Super fun, super chill to watch. I enjoy being there and sometimes lurking and sometimes speaking. It's just really relaxed. Okay. 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 Oh, I got that one. Oh, I got that one pepper that got me. Oh, okay. Hi, Prinny of Time. Hi. Ooh, that one pepper. You know, there's always that one. I thought I did a pretty good job of like mashing them up and all that kind of stuff, but there's that one pepper that got there, and it's like ah ah, exploding in real time. It totally was. Oh. And then, after this, I'm gonna go put a Be Right Back screen on. I'm gonna get my taiyaki. I'm gonna enjoy it. That being said, if I get like another raid, everyone can. I have more spicy tofu. I'm on rice. I'm gonna eat it for them. Like I was saying to everyone like I was saying to everyone before, um, while I have a moment, I'm going to finish this out and then we're going to get to story time. Just a little bit of the Storyteller game. If you haven't seen the Storyteller game, it is a basically visual language where you make a story that by placing stuff on the thing, and we see what we come up with. Plenty of times, actually, the one that suggested it to me, I checked it out. I was like, yeah, let's try it. It's an easy game. Would follow Patron, but you can't because you already are. Yeah, K-Dog's everywhere. K-Dog follows a lot of people. K-Dog beats me to people's streams. I'm like, oh, goodness gracious. You're faster than me. Um, like I was saying at the start of the stream before I started eating ramen, uh, the reason I did this one is because September is here. Um, Drake and I both came up with goals. We thought about it. We talked about it. We were a week late because we had our own things. Um, we had our own projects and we had some things we had to take care of, but we wanted to kind of like do something that would be like, here, let's give back for anyone that wants to donate. That being said, we appreciate all of your time and energy being here. We really do. Shows are meant to be watched, and we love performing for you guys. We love playing games. We love our let's plays. We love all of that. So we love showcasing it to you. But a lot of our stuff always also builds up because of things that we do. So, for example, like I'm a working voice actor, musician. Drake is working his part time as well as his own stores, and it's like we do pretty good, right? Without it. But here we can also kind of we appreciate all of it because some of our upgrades that we can't necessarily necessarily make afford to do in kind of like a shorter scheme of things. You guys help us build our own careers, you know. So we really do appreciate all the time, energy, bits, patroning, all the stuff that you guys do for us, including watching our streams. Very much so. And so these are just incentives, hopefully that entertain, hopefully to give you guys, let you guys know that we really do appreciate time, energy, and resources that you've given us over the years. And with that, we're going to continue watching. Drake's a gambling man. Yeah. You guys, fortunately for you guys, you don't support his gambling habit, so. Fortunate, by the way, Drake's not really that much of a gambler. Like, he'll do it from time to time. He might have a lotto ticket or two, but for the most part, most of his gambling's done in the coin game. Seriously. In the coin game. Ooh. Not gonna lie, the beef kind of really. It hit me in the back of the throat. Ooh, it hit me in the back of the throat. Ooh. Okay. Ah. Ooh, that hit me in the back of the. That's an unusual feeling when it hits you in the back of the throat there. I wonder if I should use firm. Oh, I stopped chewing for some reason, and I don't know why. All of it settled in the bottom here. I see. I tried to stir it so that it wouldn't settle, but apparently all of that sauce settled in the bottom. Oh, I'm getting all the bits. Oh, okay. I'm about to start up the game. Hope for the best. Oh my goodness. Ah. Whew. Okay. All right, almost there. We're almost there. Though now I might need to actually get a spoon. Oh, the beef down here actually tastes really good. Like the flavoring, like I'm getting hit, but now I'm getting it with by the way, all the pain is now all around like here. Right, it's in the lips and all the way in here and then sort of in the back of the throat. But right there on the tongue where some of the savory takes place, there's some umami that's hitting me. It's really nice. Like I said, I wonder if it's because of the what's it called? I wonder if it's because of the pain pleasure centers. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Don't judge. I don't have a spoon. uh, oh, 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 oh. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh. Okay, that all call out. Okay, I should have probably done that in halves, and then I scoop half of it, and then instant regret. It was half, and then like waited and gave like another speech, and waited again. Oh my goodness. That being said, I will say this: the mapo tofu curry with Szechuan pepper, sake, ginger, garlic, leek, some leeks in there. Oh, sorry, not leeks. I forgot to add the leeks in there. Not nearly as spicy. At least I didn't make it nearly as spicy as the mi goreng ramen noodle. The ramen noodle spice was a lot. That was the one that kicked it. That being said, it was just shy of being super overpowering. So I would say if you're going to have mabo tofu curry, have it with rice. Which I actually do. I made rice if I had like another if I had like more people show up and like, "Hey, I heard that you got a sub goal, yada yada yada." I have more, just a little bit more, and I put on top of rice cuz that makes more sane. Now you're hungry? Yay! Mission accomplished. Ooh, ooh, when your burps are spicy. Oh, oh, when your burps are spicy, you know you got it right. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. And by the way, I do this once a year. You'll notice this challenge happens once a year. Oh, all right. On that note, would it be okay if I take 30 seconds to go get my ice cream sandwich? I'm going to go do that. Let me put my Be Right Back screen on, and then we're going to switch into Storyteller, the game Prinny recommended. We should appreciate it. Thank you very much, Prinny, for the suggestion of the game. And we're going to go see what kind of stories we can tell via the Storyteller, along with some other logistics in there as well. Be right back. I brought two because it seemed like a two ice cream kind of thing. Whew. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for that one. Like I said, if anyone wants to be like, "Hey, I missed it" or something like that, I have more. But it's the mabo, so not as spicy as the mi goreng. That ramen was one time. The rest is just over rice. That being said, I have what's it called? I don't know if anyone knows taiyaki. Taiyaki is one of my favorite ice cream sandwiches. I have samanko, right? So I'm gonna be eating that as my cool down, so I don't sweat too much during the stream. It's basically taiyaki is a fish sandwich. This one happens to be strawberry. And it comes in ice cream. Oh, and there it is. Then you have the strawberry on top. I feel like I can breathe. It's kind of like having a fire put out. All right. Let's try playing some Storyteller, shall we? For a little while, and then see where we go from there. Again, that was for the sub goal, the very first sub goal. Thank you all very much for for participating in it. We have more goals to go, so if you're interested, let us know. But that being said, we appreciate you guys being around for the fun. Um, we appreciate you guys watching the show. That being said, I'm talking really fast. Like that's what happens when I get spiced. Like Drake's over there. Drake knows. Drake's like, "You okay?" Yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. I just need to eat ice cream to slow down. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. I can feel my eyes again. All right, so this is a
book about building stories.
oh good. There's a narrator for me. I don't have to work so hard. All right, shall we? Whew. Ah, where'd my stuff go? Hold on a second. Sorry. Okay, there it is. Whew.
At the end of this book lies a crown. It is bestowed only to the finest storytellers of the realm. Every page is empty, save for a title. It is your duty to fill these pages with the most captivating tales. Complete this book and prove yourself worthy of the title of Storyteller.
Okay. So, for those who don't know, one of the goals is if we get to, I think 10 now, which I think we're 2 away from. But if we get to 10, then we'll do our own variation of this game, where we take like a Brothers Grimm or a Hans Christian Andersen book, something something well known and short story-ish kind of thing, Edgar Allan Poe or something like that, and I'll read it in my narrator. Now I've been practicing as a narrator for like a year now, for like 6 months now, or 9 months now. Oh my gosh. And then I have writer cards that we basically can be like, all right, pull a card, change the character to doing that. So it's basically improvisational narrating, which I thought would be an interesting challenge for me, and one that I would not mind you guys making me have to go to the challenge for. Not tarot cards. We're not doing tarot cards. But they are writer prompts. Generally speaking, writers sometimes use prompts to be able to get their imaginations going. I thought it'd be really fun to get their imaginations going with a book that already exists, and then seeing what happens. Seeing what happens when we do. This is a game that kind of builds off that same principle. So let's see how it goes. So,
Life and
excuse me. Actors always need some form of improv to be able to keep sometimes our chops going. Improv is a wonderful way to play around, to test the waters. You guys, sometimes when I let you guys have the narrate as, you guys give me some wild ideas, and I'm like, okay, let's see what I can do with that. So it's a really nice practice for me when you guys absolutely throw me for loops like that. And I thought the Storyteller would be a pretty good one. So this is kind of like a nice preview to what I would be doing without the game, without any safety net of a developer team kind of thing. It's literally just me, a book, you guys throwing stuff at me, and me coming up with stuff on the fly. So that's the goal for the next sub goal. If anyone's interested in seeing that. Um, Other than that, and then after that, if we did that, and Drake has his next sub goal, which is the Hot Wheels. He's gonna build a Hot Wheels level, and then we get to race on it and all that kind of stuff. So that's his next sub goal. Though he just reached his first one, which was the Sea of Thieves solo stream, which we're excited for as well, because nothing says challenging like trying to command your own ship by yourself. I expect his best Johnny Depp interpretation. All right, let's start off with love. Nothing like good old-fashioned love story.
Adam starts alone, finds love, and dies happy.
All right, so we have to make a story with this title. So Adam, sad. Adam's here. We add Eve, finds love. All right, Adam dies happy. Oh, you love this game? All right, so that's two people that's now told me about this. So, Pedro, you like this game. Prinny's the one that told me to try it. I was like, yeah, okay, sure, let's go with it. All right.
Adam starts alone, finds love, and dies happy.
Okay. So I got that right. Do I just move on to the next one?
Eve dies heartbroken.
Oh, you should try again. Am I still in the tutorial? All right.
Adam starts alone, finds love, and dies.
Oh no, this thing is flying at me. Look, Pedro, tell me to fly at me. It's like, come on, hit me here, touch me here, take me here, here, here. You know you want to pull it. You know. That's what it's saying over and over, Pedro.
Eve dies heartbroken.
Scenes. Do I need another scene? Oh. Oh, she goes. What? Is she dead? Is she? He seems confused. I did. This is not. This is incorrect, apparently. Why is he confused about her death? All right, maybe. Okay, hold on. Maybe death's supposed to go here, and she's supposed to die. And sad. We are the same, compulsive with notifications. The hour goes late. You must rest. Have a great stream. Thank you, Echo. And I'm really, really glad that you enjoyed your Warhammer. Thank you very much for that. Oh, my goodness. Did I not? Echo, I am so sorry. I did not. Because I know that you were... That sometimes you stream the... Sometimes you stream the Warhammer stuff, and I find it fascinating. And I'm not saying that that you have to become affiliate or anything like that, but it's really fascinating to watch you play because you know it so well that I can just be ingratiated into the story and like drawn along by you. So yeah, your streams are absolutely wonderful to just watch, my dear. Thank you very much for doing them, especially ones that you know. It's so great. All right, so she's not dead. She's in love. Maybe? Alright, they're lovey-lovey. They're still lovey-lovey. They're not lovey-lovey. Maybe he dies. Maybe he dies. Does he die? No. I want her here. And I want Adam here. Oh, yeah. You know that. Yeah, so Prinny's patron, you are the patron that suggested this one. What do I click? Do I click this? All right, so I got it. We're good. Look at that. Look, 2 stars so for Afterlife.
Seeing the ghost of a lover.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's say, okay, she seems confused for some reason. I guess she doesn't love him. Oh, wait, what if they're both dead? Oh, wait, no, I can't do that. Really? Well, I'm sure. Oh, maybe it's supposed to be here. And love is supposed to be here. And this is supposed to... Oh, they're both dead. What if they're both dead? And they're both here. Nothing? Really? You don't see each other. You don't see nothing? You really see nothing? You want to go with this? Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Make me work so hard for this story. Alright, what if... Okay. I don't know why you're confused about this. Ah. Alright, how do I get them to see each other? That's the question. Yeah, I'm just starting it out, Prinny. we're in the tutorial stage. Maybe establish the first panel, Adam and Eve are in love. Panel 2 of them dies. Oh, because each one are independent stories. Right. I'm sitting there trying to be like... I'm sitting there trying to be like... I'm sitting there trying to think like the previous chapter leads into the next chapter, leads into the next chapter. Forgetting that each panel, each thing is its own story. I still can't talk. I still can't talk. All right, and the miracle. Oh, there's a revive sequence. All right, let's re-zero this. All right, so they're happy. Yeah. One dies. Let's make Eve die. I should maybe tell you the possibilities in backseating. It's all right. That one I probably would have just done permutations until it was done. Eve revives. And happy ending! Yay! Look at that. Easy peasy. When things complicated will be fun to see because I figure it out. Oh, good. I love it when you guys are happy to watch me get through complicated sections. That's the best bit. Alright, next up. What do you mean 4 out of 60? Oh. Oh my, how did I even get to the end? Oh my goodness. Look at all these chapters. Okay. Her suffering is good entertainment. Mine? Did you see me eat the ramen noodles that were really spicy earlier? Okay. Oh my god, really? And you were entertained. I'm good. I'm glad. Alright, a heartbreak is healed. Alright, so they're at a wedding. What was that? Oh, jeez. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. No, give me back my chat. Alright, give me back my Twitch. Fine, don't give me back my Twitch. I'll take my Twitch back. Huzzah. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have a wedding, heartbreak, and I guess another wedding. Okay, so let's do, I am sincerely like, all right, which book is this one? All right, so they're happy. All right. Um. Uh, heartbreak. And then another wedding. To Isabel. Yeah, there you go. Oh, look, without what? Without any deaths? What? Okay, I got you. Oh, jeez. Oh, ah, oh, she jumped quick. Okay, let's uh, uh, no. Isabel? Oh, jeez. Oh, that, what, oh. Oh, there's no healing here. Okay. 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 Isabel, it's okay. Okay, Drake, thanks. Alright, heartbreak, heartbreak, heartbreak. With no deaths. Heartbreak with, okay, everybody leave. Everybody leave the stage. Everybody leave the stage. Okay. What if we started without any deaths? Right. What if we what if what mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. What if Alright, we start with Bernard and Isabel. Yay. Without any deaths. Uh and then oh, right, we need a scene. Okay, so Isabel marries Bernard. Isabel breaks Edgar's heart for some reason. And Edgar's like, oh no, Isabel, what a shame. I'll never find another woman like you. Oh, wait, happiness without any deaths. Okay. Okay, game. Okay. I see what you did there. Okay, game. Okay. Right, dismay.
My own spouse.
Amnesia? Okay. Oh, well, okay, well, there we go. Isabel and Lenora get married. Good king. Let's, Lenora gets amnesia. Let's say she marries Edgar, which is taking advantage of her in every way. I got it. Rejected by own spouse. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, Lenora. I didn't mean to do that to you. I didn't. It was an accident, truly. It was an accident.
Everyone rejects Edgar.
Alright, let's see how to do this. Everyone rejects Edgar. Alright, we'll have Lenore and Bernard. Yay. Is this the complicated you guys meant? We're on chapter 2. Everyone rejects Edgar. Okay. Alright, no there. So they have another wedding. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. What if, instead... What if Bernard dies? Oh, she's really sad. Oh, no. She gets married again to Honora. Oh, no. Happiness found again. And then Edgar tries to win over Isabel. And she says no. Wait. Are you still sad about Bernard? 16 makes it a lot more complicated. It does. Alright, so he's still sad with Bernard. And we'll make him try to get with Isabel. Isabel's like, no, I fell in love with her already. And then Edgar just dies. And Bernard is not there. That's not it? Really? Oh, wait. Edgar tries to get with both women and fails miserably. Edgar. His bro is gone. I know, right? Except for he asked his bro to marry him because we're at a wedding ceremony. Ceremony? Alright, grief. Oh, look. Stories can use fewer frames. Not required, but it can. I have to figure out what to do with this lamp at some point. Alright, so spouses. Right. Let's do Edgar and Lenora. They're very happy. Let's do Bernard and Isabel. They're very happy. Let's do death, wedding. Cool. So Edgar dies. Bernard dies. Who married Edgar? You did. Oh, you're sad. Yeah. Oh, no, you're sad too. Inora and Isabel meet up. No. There you are. Surviving spouses find comfort. Yay, I don't have to do it again. Go team, go. See, easy. What a twist. I know. Alright, what's the next one? Okay, narrator, I see what you did there. Alright, here we go. My mouth, the outer lips are still burning. Oh my gosh, hold on. Let me fix this. There we go. That should do it. Alright.
Edgar shocks himself.
Alright, Edgar. You are dead. It's okay. You forgot you're dead. And then You are surprised. How terrible a life is that? Reunion. Okay.
Heartbroken spouses are reunited.
What? Oh, reunited. Okay, so first they get married because they have to be spouses first. Yay! How lovely. Then Edgar dies. You can tell my biasness here. Edgar dies. Edgar is revived. Yay! And I guess I'll have another wedding. He loves her. She loves him. Oh, they're reunited. Wait a second. Edgar is the new Sean Bean. Yes! Edgar is totally Sean Bean. Alright, Boromir. I got you. Alright, that's not it. Alright, has to use all 6 in this particular... Oh, boy, has to use all 6. What if they both die? Look, now they're married. Now we're in corpse bride territory. Why do we need to continue? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Fine. We'll have 2 revivals. 1 revive, the other revive, and then they have another wedding where they have a second life. Oh, I just threw off the page. And Sean Bean lives to see it. What? Oh, wait. Edgar needs to be heartbroken, too. Hey, come on. How are you? Arg. Wait, why can't you just open your eyes and see she dead? Oh no, she's right dead. Okay. How do we make them both heartbroken? Okay. Oh, wait. He got heartbroken when he saw... Alright, here we go. Wedding. So she's heartbroken. He revives. Yay, but she's dead. And he's sad. And he's like, oh no. Then she revives. And now... There we go. I got this. Oh, in the afterlife. Right. So there's no revival, and I have to use all 6 panels. Okay. So they're alive. What if he dies again? What if he revives like this? I'm already stuck. Oh boy. Okay. And then he dies. Okay, good. I did it. All right. Whew. I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? Because I thought I had to have 2 people in every panel, but it's not true. They fall in love. He dies. She's heartbroken. He revives, but finds out she has died, and therefore dies of his own broken heart that is relighted in the afterlife. Oh, how wonderful. How wonderful. Oh, but next up is Calamity. Okay. Your favorite ending. Yes, they're both dead, and they are more than happy to stay that way.
Heartbreak.
Right, Subaru? Right, Subaru? Happy to just... Okay, anyway. I have clearly some words to say about ReZero. Heartbreak for everyone! Okay. Let's try Edgar getting married to Lenora first. Yay, they're happy. Oh no, she dies. What a shame. And then Edgar, Sean Bean, dies and she's sad. And then she meets someone new. Bernard, who has nothing to look forward to. Suddenly. And then suddenly she dies. Oh, I feel like I broke his back instead of his heart. That's a really extreme. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Hold on. Let me see if I can turn up the volume a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear the heartbreak sound effect, but it's extreme. Alright, then Edgar revives. Edgar's so happy! And then he goes to find out that she did. No, heartbreaks all around. You get a heartbreak, and you get a heartbreak. Everyone gets a heartbreak. Doesn't seem very good for Oprah Winfrey to give away heartbreaks, right? Aging.
Whole heartbroken dog dies happy.
I don't like that. I don't like this ending. I don't like this at all. Yeah, I know. I don't like this one, Phaedra. Let's see. Alright, dog is old and master's gone. We'll revive the master. And old dog gets to see master again. Oh, gets to see master again. Oh. Alright, I appreciate this particular story. It'll be a year in November for Xander. Okay.
The cellar.
We move on. We move on. We move on. Poison.
Lenora drinks poison.
Lenora. Who would you like to marry first, Lenora? You marry? What if Edgar drinks the poison instead? Edgar's like, I don't know what to do with this. Just confusion all around. We have a little Romeo and Juliet. Okay, fine. Lenora doesn't know what to do with poison, apparently. No one knows what to do with poison? Why is she getting married in the first place? Okay, hold on. Okay, so there's a poison, and Lenore's got to drink it. No one knows why. Oh, wait. Romeo and Juliet, so she has to drink it here, which means that you're saying that Edgar actually dies again, which means that their wedding... Hey, there you go. Romeo and Juliet, you were right, Drake. That's the story. That's the Lenora drinks poison story. Tragedy's going to have an extra thing.
Double poison.
Oh, God. Right, here we go. Alright, Edgar and Lenora, very happy together. Yay! One dies. It shall be Edgar again, because Edgar always dies. Oh no, she's so sad. Everybody loves poison. Exactly. So Lenora takes the poison. We revive Edgar. Finds out that Lenora is dead. What could possibly be? My apologies, give me 1 second. What could possibly be the extra thing that it's going to give me for this? Alright, and then he drinks poison. There, everybody takes poison. Someone drinks the poison twice. Okay. Oh, I got it. Here. Okay, so Edgar is still dead when she comes back. So she takes the poison again. Oh, that's so sad. She's like, I love him. He's mine forever. Oh no, I can't live without him, despite the fact that there are clearly still 9 billion people in the world for me. Oh, I'm happy I can be resurrected again. It's fine. Everything's okay. It's a second chance. No, no second chances. I can't live on without him. My favorite type of Lifetime movie. Oof, move on. I know, right? Really, a poison the second time? You can't figure out something to do with your life? Not once? All right, let's do a haunting.
Isabel is haunted by her husband.
Oh, man. Edgar. All right, so they get married. By the way, she's first off, she's very busty. She's clearly the kind of but she's got that resting bee face. You know what I'm talking about? She's like busty and everything. She's got like boobs and everything like that. But she's like angry all the time. She's like, oh, but I'm hot. You know, like one of those women. I like the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies. They get married. They have a fight. Because that just seems like something that they always do. Ooh. 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 Did you hear that Charles Ives piano that they just did there? That one. D-Blank. Hey, dang, for a cute game, this is some Romeo and Juliet dark. I know, right? Hey, welcome in. Welcome in. I don't know what's going on. Oh, is that what's going on with my lights? Hold on. Oh, my light is hot. There we go. Let's see if... Nope, it's not going to work. Apparently, my light just doesn't want to stay on. I'm going to have to tighten it later. Okay. Oh, but probably have done that in the first place. Okay. Isabel's... So, look, she's so happy. Like, oh, take mine bosom. And then she's like, no, I will stab you with the amnesia lightning bolts, and I swear on your grandfather's skull and crossbones that I will more expletives for sure with double exclamation point. Ah! Clearly this is all, and in reverse it's like, well, exclamation point, I on you will double entendre against your skull and crossbones relatives whom I do not know who to mention, and I will also expletive this on your amnesia sort of thing, and I will stab you instead with the thing through the heart. Clearly my next goal is going to be very, very interesting. Alright, so clearly she's poisoning her husband. Oh no, just kidding. People don't just take poison when it's clearly skull and crossbones. Let's see. Girl. Whoo, girl. Oh, girl. Oh, she didn't play. She went right. Look at her face. This is why you don't just trust women with big boobs for nothing. Just if it's all shallow looks, you better dig deeper. Because otherwise you'll end up like Edgar here. Let that be a warning to us all. Looks is a good start. Edgar was doomed from the start. Look, hold on. Before we go on, here, do you look? Take a look at this woman. Look at Isabel here. Look, Isabel is like the stepsister of Cinderella. It's like, no, you know, like this is like the clean my hair and paint my eyes. It's interesting to see the prediction that each interaction opens up. I like this. Yeah, so this was a game that was suggested by Prinny. Also, Pedro says that this is a fun game, though it makes me a little nervous when they both say it. So they love and they hate, and look at that. I know. Look, I love the fact that if I took Isabella out and I put her here, it's just her. Oops, it's just her enjoying wine. Oh, whatever. I'll take care of him another day. He's gone out shopping. He's probably talking to Lenora or something like that. That harlot. He has no idea that I've got Bernard as my backseat. You know, kind of scenario. But no. Look at her face. Look at her face. Yeah, I'm gonna get that wretch. Edgar. Edgar, the wine was green. Edgar, the wine was green. Why did you drink it? It was green, Edgar. Edgar, the wine was green, Edgar. He said, yep, no way to avoid it. All right, so now Isabel. Wait, look. She can enjoy her own wine. Can I put a second one here? No, I can't. Okay, so it has to be... There you go. Oh, Edgar. Oh, you know what? Honestly, I'd probably be pretty pissed if I was Edgar, too. Taste vegetable juice. Oh, she gave me... What, did he pick up a wine glass? I'm like, this must be some new kale drink Isabel is putting me to. She's always talking about my health, so I guess I'm going to have to take it. It's green, though, and it smells funny. You know, when you take it and they do that thing. Fresh asparagus. Hint of... Is that cilantro? I think that's some Swiss chard. And then they do that thing, sniffing. I think I also smell some maple syrup. Is that mugwort? Death. Yeah, kale. I'm just saying, Edgar. It was green, Edgar. Even vegetable juice would probably not boil green like that. Next one. All right, we have two things for envy.
Murder of jealousy.
Oh, here we go. Lenora's in it now. All right, so Edgar marries Isabel, which is always a mistake off to get, right? So he's got the busty, I can't say, so if I say RBF, you all know what I'm talking about, right? Resting B face, like that one, like you all know. Okay, so she's got RBF right here. All right. Okay, cool. And then we have Edgar suddenly deciding that, no, I do love her, but oh no, he rejects her. Wait. What if? Girl. Okay, let's pull her out of the situation. Let's do this. What if Lenora? What if it's like this? And he loves Lenora, and he says, and then Isabel. Ooh, Isabel don't play. Look, Lenora is literally so pure. She's like, I will love him, and I can't have him at any other cost. I will die before I have to marry another man. Right? And Isabel is like, oh, I will kill him before I let him have any. Hello. Hi, Seagriff. Welcome in. How are you? We are playing a game called Storyteller. We made our sub goal. We ate some spicy ramen earlier, and then I had a taiyaki afterward, and it's great. It's glorious. It was good. And now we're playing some Storyteller, a patron suggested stream. Both patrons, Prinny is the one that suggested it. Patron is the one that seconded it. So yeah, here we go. He says, get out of my stream. Yeah, I'm great. I'm doing good. Take that outside. Seagrifty Calia, you take that outside. Oh, it's nice character themselves. Come to think of it, she's always quite cheery, isn't she? She is. Look, she's always like, she's like Snow White, like, la, I'm singing to the birds, I'm singing to the birds, ah, like that's her thing. And then this is like, you know, I don't know if you guys know Cinderella the musical. It's like, why has everybody got a girl like her, a girl who's really lovely? Like that's her. So he's right here. He's been stalking you. You missed it. I did a chicken dance for you. Oh, you did. We missed a chicken dance. Aww. If I wasn't looking cute today, I would do it. I got a restraining order on him. That's. Did you really? Did you really? I'm sure it was a delightful chicken dance. I did it for like 2 minutes and I was like, okay, that's enough. I'm going to go do something else now. Like rest. The game, for those who are overthinking, what, this one? Yes, that would be me. Last week? Do you keep your VODs, Seagriff? Do you keep your VODs? I'm gonna go scroll for it. I don't know if it's overthinking as much as look, this girl is clearly, look, okay, look, she's already crazy. You see this? This is Crazy Eyes right here. Pedra is right here. This is Crazy Eyes. Oh, it's on your channel? Okay. Oh, he took your stream over. I will scroll through that then. Let's see. So look, Pedra, look. No, not overthinking this one, but clearly this is bad news. If you see this face, this is Crazy Eyes. Don't fall in love with Crazy Eyes. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. It's going to be disastrous. Take a look. Not gonna lie, this might actually work out better. Okay, anyway. Crazy Eyes. If we look at Lenora now. No, girl, over here. Look, she's just... Her eyes are more like Ophelia from Hamlet. She's just kind of like, you know, constantly in the... Crazy Eyes are not best. Stop it, Drake. You're going to be... We will have words. We will have words. Do I look like Crazy Eyes to you? Anyway. We was in Florida and I wasn't allowed to participate. Oh, that's right. You guys were in Florida. I jumped in from time to time, but I was in the constant... Yeah, I was constantly kind of in like extra work mode last week. Crazy Eyes is not best eyes. But look, this is more like Ophelia, like trying to run through water and then jump into the river and drown. Like that's Lenora. Oh, wait, no, I want Lenora to be here. All right. Then she's rejected. That is what they say. They are usually wrong. Let's be clear. Oh, I messed that up. I want the wedding to be Edgar. There we go. So now green wine again. Murder of jealousy. So she's going to poison mouse. Dear mouse, come on, get it together. So she poisoned Enora. The wine was green. How did you mess the wine was green? It wasn't even kale green. It was bright green, Lenora. Why does it smell like arsenic? You know, anything at all? Enora, just okay, fine. Edgar and Enora, okay, fine. So we are playing Storyteller, which is a game where you basically visually make the story based off the title, and you use the characters and scenes to create the story, and you mix them around until you get the right one. It turns out that you can actually have some, like, a variety of different situations take place with just a few pictures, which is kind of the interesting part about it. Okay, so everyone meets their demise. Okay, hold on. What if the poison panel is actually here? Okay, nothing happens because she has to be jealous of somebody. All right, so Isabel's going to... Okay, so right now she dies. How is everyone to meet the... Did they string drop that from Shogun? No. Oh, right. That's right. Everyone just drinks poison along the way. So here's the story that we came up with, apparently. What if you put them together after the poison? I could. Let's see. If I did do that, what would that scene look like? He's sad. He remarries the girl that murders. That's the story. That's how it ends if I did that. It's what it is. Everyone doesn't meet their demise. I don't complete this one, but he gets a happy ending and ignores this entirely. And then and then I got her sipping wine. She's like, I won. I won, wench. I won. So the story, according to Seagriff right now, is this. Edgar and Lenora have met and they fall in love, and yet Isabel wants Edgar and demands him to take her instead. And he says, no, I cannot, because he loves Lenora. And so Isabel puts together a plan to poison Lenora, and he puts poison in the wine glass. Lenora, much to her absolutely ridiculous notion that this could possibly be any relative wine at all, drinks it like a novice and dies. He then goes to Edgar goes to marry Isabel and live happily ever, and Isabel drinks her wine, full in the knowledge that she just got away with murder. That is Seagriff's story. There you go. It doesn't meet the contingency here, but that's the story that Seagriff went with. Oh my gosh. Oh, ghosts don't drink poison. That's a good story. It is. That's pretty good. Definitely worthy of all of it. However, the story they want me to tell is everyone meets their demise, because apparently no one can live without Edgar. What about a ghost marriage? I could do that. Let's see what that looks like. Look, there it is. Edgar and Lenora meet each other, but Isabel really wants Edgar, and Edgar says, no, I can't because I love someone else. Isabel says, I will kill that someone else, and then that someone else absolutely dies. Poor Lenora, because she continues to drink green wine like it's normal. Edgar can't live without Lenora, despite the fact that there's clearly other fishes in the sea. They meet in the afterlife, and they marry there instead. Happy ending. Kisara, that is not the game you need. That is not the game. You need to avoid being caught to kill your husband. I did. See, Greg, we had that in the beginning, right? You need to avoid being caught to kill your husband. I did. I did. Look, we married Edgar, right? And then drank some wine afterwards. Or Edgar completely forgot all about Lenora after having his marital night with Isabel, and has there you go. That's what it is. There, see? I got away with it, killed husband, slept with him all the way to amnesia. Done. Easy. Murder of jealousy complete. Alright, so that being said, that's not what would happen. Can he be alive and marry a ghost? Only if the story scenes let me have that option. In this case, I do not have that story scene. There is a revive option, but it's not here. I can have him I can do this, and now he'll meet the ghost. And then be sad. The ghost won't be there. I could just have her stare menacingly at the poison bottle, like she's always ready to use it. That's always a thing, too. Like, if he ever messes up one more time, I have this ready. Kind of scenario. But no one can live without Edgar. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Alright, so that completes all the chapters of the cellar with the poison. By the way, apparently there are...
The ceremony.
Yeah. At very least...
Novels.
At least
Drama.
15 chapters, according to...
Drama.
What? They have Narcissus story, Oedipus, Hamlet, Salome, and Godot? We might... when we're... because I only do 2-hour streams, so I might do one more chapter and then go right to that one. We'll see. Where are we at? We're in chapter 4, right? Oh, we're in chapter 5.
Beauty.
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll continue this story another day. Give me 1 second. Okay. Boo, 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 boo. All right, so we're gonna... ooh. I kind of want to do all of these and then one Godot story. Okay.
Which becomes the mirror's favorite.
Oh, this is the story of Snow White, is it? Okay. All right, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the greatest, what, greatest? Beautiful. Who's the most beautiful of them all? Ah, it's Snow White. How awful. That's not what I wanted. I wanted it to be me. It's not me, so she has to die. Or something. All right, so now the witch is going to brew something and make herself all this. Because, you know, nothing says clever like old hag. Alright, Snow White is... she meets the Wicked Witch and turns her into a frog. And then goes back to the mirror. Oh, wait, the cauldron. To become a beautiful again. Goes back to the mirror. And says, who now? And it's me. Yay! Easy. Nothing like making the mirror do what you say. They say it's a magic mirror on the wall, but I don't believe them. It's just a talking AI. It's fine. The AI can say whatever it wants, apparently. I don't know. What would the witch be? How dare you? Would you like this? She's supposed to give her an apple. Instead, she comes up right and is like, to a frog! Aperio! That's not the correct spell, by the way. I know that much. I don't know Harry Potter very well, but I did read it enough to be part of one... to be a voice actor in one audio drama for it. And I know Aperio is not that spell. But I don't know what the one for turning into a frog is. So, there it is. Also, I like the savage here. He's like, it's clearly Snow White. And then after clearly showcasing magic, the mirror's like, ew, did I say Snow White? I meant you. I don't know what came over me. That's the mirror's face right here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Scorn.
Curse is lifted.
Oh. First off, Snow White has been turned into a witch, right? No? I don't know. So she meets... Alright, so she meets the prince first. Then she gets turned into a witch. Does she... Ah! I don't know why I put those two in it, but that was perfect. The face says it all. No, you're not my type. Not at all. Get her out of my boat. Alright, so she kisses the prince, is what I meant to do. Yay! And then she goes to the forest. What? Hold on. Time. Wait for just a second. What happens if... Oh, all right, so if the witch bumps into the prince is like, good old hag. All right, then if the then if he meets her again in the love boat, she is absolutely miffed at him, and so she turns into a frog. And then she meets not Cinderella. Who is this? Snow White. Honestly, I feel this. I do. How dare you try to tell me I'm ugly? Kind of scenario. I will frog you. Now you. It's kind of like turning it into the beast, Beauty and the Beast. Like, don't mess with your enchantress. Now put the kiss at the end. With the frog. I knew that's what you were going with. I knew it. I was like, yep, with the frog. Sad frog. Sad frog. I like how we're playing the Nutcracker Suite in the background in this entire thing. Yeah, okay. If Cinderella meets in the beginning, clearly not gonna happen. If she meets her again, all right, they still all work out. Okay, cool. What if they meet right off the bat? What if they start off with a kiss? Can they do that? What if it's just they just have 4 kiss scenes? Okay. Didn't quite work that way. All right, so she meets the prince. They fall in love, right? I don't think that's supposed to happen here, but I'm not entirely sure that's not. What if they do it again? Nope, doesn't happen. Okay. All right, what if the witch meets the prince? Because she falls in love with the prince first, and then she meets the prince, and they fall in love, and then the witch is like, "Oh heck no!" Oh no, that didn't happen either. Okay, fine. What if this takes place over here? No, I actually think it needs to be. I think it needs to be that she's got to kiss the prince somehow. Okay, hold on. I think that's gotta be it, right? Maybe? What if she kisses the frog? Look, even to break his own curse, the frog is like, absolutely not. All right, I don't know what this curse is supposed to be. Yeah, well, I guess I'm a frog forever. If this is the only person I got to lift the curse, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not. Ribbit, forever. Okay. So it's not... Huh, I'm not sure, because... Alright, let's take on these scenes for just a second. Okay, so let's say... 'Cause I think the curse needs to be the prince. Either the prince or Snow White has to kiss him. I imagine it's gotta be Snow White, but I could be wrong. Snow meets Prince at beginning, then kiss at the end. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, how we got to this point. It's the bit in the middle that I'm not sure about. Nope. Yeah, because I only have 4 panels to play with, so it's... Which tried to kiss the second panel? Huh. Yeah, I'm pretty baffled too, actually. I was like, maybe if we put the kiss in the first panel with these two here, and then the forest in the second panel. And then... You inspired me and I went and made some spicy ramen. Yay! Spicy ramen for the win! You can keep it for a whole year until I do this next year, September. Switch 2 and 3? Okay. Oh, there you go. Ah, thank you, Seagriff. Nicely done. Nicely done. So we have Prince meets Old Hag. Old Hag turns into a frog. Snow White meets Frog and then immediately assumes that kissing the frog is a good idea. These are the same ones that also assume that wine should be green. I'm genius. Yeah, there was a good one. I was good. The problem is that the princess didn't know the frog was a prince. Yeah, I was trying to get to that point and I didn't get this order until Seagriff said it. So, collaborative effort. Collaborative effort. That being said, to be clear, public service announcement, do not go around kissing frogs. In general, it would be bad for your health. I don't care how desperate one is to find their true love. You're probably not going to find it in a frog. Whatever you do, don't be like Snow White. Be like the witch who controls the situation. All right. You'll get warts. Exactly. I think it's toads, but I think it could be either or, to be perfectly honest. Regardless, you to be perfectly honest, this frog, as bright as it is, could easily be a poison dart frog, and she would be like, death. Right? So don't get desperate and kiss frogs. Be like the witch. And just be like, well, if you don't like me, I will take control of the situation and curse you. Now, don't be mean about it. Life goals, be like the witch.
A kiss and a curse.
Oh. Eat the price frogs. Exactly, Pedro. Eat them instead. Good advice. Frog legs are actually pretty good. You just gotta be really good about picking someone that cooks it really well. Okay, alright. No, I eat the prince. I got you, Pedro. Okay, so first off, what would happen if... Alright, obviously the prince is not going to do that, so the witch goes to do this, right? And then the prince is like, ooh, how hot are you? Because he's super shallow. Right? And then he kisses. I don't know. Let's see what happens. And then she cauldrons again, and then she turns him into a frog? I don't know. What happens here? No, but it goes back to one-sided. So my story currently is old hag falls in love with Prince. Prince is absolutely revolted by her. Right? So she decides to turn herself pretty, and the prince is just shallow enough to say, yeah, I love that. So they give a whole night of kisses. She goes back to her old form saying, oh, he can love me for who I really am now. And the prince goes back to that original. Yeah, and this is where we get like Beauty and the Beast from, because she turns into an enchantress and she says, you will be in beast form for being such a bastard, you know, kind of thing. Given how Pedro handles the situation in Death by AI, I'm not surprised. Pedro's solution would be eat the prince. Yep, exactly. Kiss you? I think not. Into boiling pot you go. Okay, so this is clearly not the story. I didn't want to do all that. Alright, we did this. What if they tried to kiss again after she transformed? She'd be absolutely miffed, because look how terrible that is. I didn't get a kiss in the curse from that. I got a... Did I not get a kiss? I didn't get a kiss. Hold on. There we go. I was like, I thought I kissed her. So first, she says, I have to be beautiful in order for him to get him to love me. He loves me, and now he'll have me, or something. Old form, because he can love me in my true form. All forms. All parts of sides of me, or something like that. Oh, get out of here, you wretched old hag. Frog. I ain't got time for you. Take... I will be happy to keep my boundaries up and have you leave the room. You want to be that kind of guy. Alright, and now we have deceit. Bet you it's from the mirror.
Gets a kiss.
Tiny? From who? First off, let's see who Tiny is. Tiny is your run-of-the-mill dwarf. Does he get it from the prince? Well, Tiny has a crush on the prince. Will Tiny get a kiss from the prince? Oh, the prince broke his heart. Oh, this prince is mean. Alright. Tiny also falls in love with Snow White. Tiny just loves love. But he gets his heart broken by both. If Tiny meets the witch falls in love with Tiny, but not the other way around. Oh man, this witch can't catch a break. How are we going to get Tiny a kiss since no one wants to kiss Tiny? And Tiny doesn't want to kiss the witch, which would probably be the only person that would kiss them, to be perfectly honest. Okay, let's start with... Mirror on the wall says Snow White. If I put Snow White with the mirror absolutely falls in love with her. If I put the prince in there, he's like, no, it's Snow White. Get out of here. It's like Tim Green. Alright. So the old hag here. Oh, what if Tiny's with the... Tiny, also, I'm sorry. The mirror does not think that you are pretty either. The mirror only has eyes for Snow White. Okay, so the old hag... Oops. Old hag will go here. She gets miffed. So she goes into the forest. And... Hold the phone for just a second. What if... Just kind of curious to see what would happen if. So if I put the prince and... like this, and then I had her turn him into a frog, what would happen if Tiny meets him in the forest? Oh my god, Tiny falls in love with the frog prince. Hold on. Let's see if I can get Tiny a kiss with the prince. I do! Tiny gets a kiss from the prince. Yay! Happy endings! Okay, now I have 2 that I need to also fulfill, which is Ungrateful Maiden and Prince Saves Tiny. I think the Prince Saves Tiny is pretty easy enough. We'll just swap out Tiny for this. And we'll swap out Tiny for this. Unfortunately, I can't get the prince to do it in return. Oh yeah, you didn't have to. I didn't use all 6 parts. That being said, apparently I can't do it the other way around. So there is that. So how do I get the prince saves Tiny? Oh, the prince doesn't like him as a frog either. Sorry. So I'm guessing the prince kissing Tiny would not be a thing. Yeah, I didn't think so. What if they're both frogs? Let's do it. Alright, Hag. And then let's see if they kiss each other. They just look confused at each other. What? What if they were in the forest? Hold on. I just talk to each other. Prince saves Tiny. I might have to come back to that one. Let's see. Change panel 3 to 4. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, so now it just looks now. Which one was this one? Wait, now I don't remember who was who. Oh, now Tiny just looks sad. Oh, poor Tiny would have saved the prince, but the prince can't do it in return. Oh man, Prince. I think this is the prince that gets sent into the enchanted forest. I know you tried. It was a good idea. But this prince is picky. It's like gotta be busty Snow White or nothing. Like won't even do it to save someone that would save him in return. Though granted, technically speaking, he doesn't know that, but I'm just saying. Don't kiss frogs. And according to Pedro, eat your princes. Okay, so oh, I also have Ungrateful Maiden, which is probably like the weirdest one of the set. I might not get to the Godot because I can feel my voice being like I'm dead tired or getting tired. So I'm like, all right, so let's see. We'll get through this one, these 2 like spots here, and then we'll call it a night. How is the prince going to save Tiny? Dang, I hope you stream this more. I'll probably bring this. I'll probably bring this back, for sure. And I say probably. I'm like, it's going to come back at some point. My favorite part is like when I looked, I was like, how long does it take to play this game? And it's like, oh, it takes like a couple hours. And now I'm playing. I'm like, that is a lie. That was a lot with Noodles. Oh my gosh. Noodles is once a year. Okay, let's go to Ungrateful Maiden. Let's try doing that for just a second. I don't know what Ungrateful Maiden would mean. So I think it's Tiny Kiss Ungrateful Maiden. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, sorry, it has to be Mirror first, right? Then she goes into the forest. She sees Snow White. She's like, oh, that little wench turns into a frog, right? And then in the forest, the Tiny meets meets Snow White. Ugh, and he's like, oh, I love this frog because for Tony, life is love, love is love, apparently. And so he goes and he kisses Snow White. And then I guess have her try again. Yep, that's it. That's the Ungrateful Maiden. So she was saved, and then she was like, ugh, are you kidding? You? I was expecting my Prince Charming. So Tiny gets a kiss, but to an Ungrateful Maiden. So that's how we got it here. Storyline is, Old Hag gets really upset by a mirror that is apparently an AI system, and then turns that particular one that the mirror likes into a frog. Frog meets Tiny, who falls in love with it because Tiny doesn't care at all. Kisses the frog that turns back into Snow White. Snow White says, oh, how dare you kiss me? Heartbroken. So now we're back to, yeah, that was simpler in comparison. Now we're back to Prince saves Tiny, and Tiny still has to get a kiss. So we have to get the prince convinced. What if the prince thinks it's the girl, but actually it's Tiny? All right, so we'll do the mirror thing again. And the prince is in here, ready to kiss somebody, right? Old Hag. Old Hag will turn to Prince. Prince will see this. And then, Hag will try to kiss Tiny. In the forest, Tiny will get this. And then, yeah, I got it! I got it! Okay, so story is, Old Hag goes to Mirror and says, who's the fairest of them all? And the Mirror is like, Snow White, you wench. And then she's like, oh, how dare you? And then she goes to the forest, finds Snow White, and says, I'll turn you into a frog for this. Snow White, completely oblivious to the situation, gets turned into a frog. Frog meets up with the prince and says, help me, I'm actually a girl. And the prince falls for it, because that's what princes do, is they fall for apparently anything that says they've got, you know, a pretty figure and a nice rack. And then, meanwhile, the Old Hag gets into the boat with Tiny and says, give me a kiss. And the Tiny's like, no, I don't love everybody. And she's like, no, fine. And she's like, frog, you too. I ain't got time for you. And so Tiny sees the prince and says, oh, look, I can get turned back into a human. And then gets in the boat with the prince, who thinks it's the girl, and then kisses Tiny. Yay! And then after that, the prince gets really, really miffed and has the tiny executed. End of story. There you go. That is our storytelling stream for today. Good job. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So that is story. You can tell what I do for a living, right? Right? At this point, I just play around with voices all day. All right. So thank you all very much for joining. I am going to go ahead and put this is a safe spot. Language, full screen, auto, balance, good. And very quick. Automatic. What?
Yes.
Oh.
What?
I'm sorry. All right. So in case you didn't hear, the narrator says yes for auto.
Yes.
He says yes for always, as in like very happy that you get to hear his voice considerably. And then when I say never,
What?
sadness, extra sadness in that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it all very much. So we're going to rate us out. If you guys have anyone that you would like us to rate into, please let me know. Type it in the chat. First come, first serve. You have about like 30 seconds to do it. I'll go through my last little spiel. So thank you all very much for any subs, bits, patron tips, all that stuff that you have absolutely supported us with over the years, including your time to enjoy the shows that we produce on our channels, both myself and Drake. To be able to do this kind of stuff. All of your support is very handy, and it helps us to grow as streamers, but also in our own personal careers, especially for myself. For myself, for example, as a voice actor, music director, my equipment is helped by you guys, right? So thank you all very much for all your support, and I really do appreciate it, and I will continue doing my very best to continue giving good shows. So Prinny of Time says, thank you very much. I'm glad you had a great time. So we're going to go to the Becca. Is that how you'd spell it? The Becca. Let me make sure I spelled it correctly. T-A-E-B-E-C-K-H-A. Or sorry, A-H. Is that correct up there, Prinny? That particular icon there? Awesome. Awesome. So thank you all very much for joining. I appreciate you all very much. If you're looking for something new to do or something different or anything, any way, shape, or form with coworkers or family or friends or in your own discords or anything like that, check out in my About Me section of my Twitch channel. There is a section called It's a Lock Escapes. They are a female-owned, just over a year old small business. They create digital and printable escape games, puzzle games, for groups or even for solo if you want to do it for yourself. Drake and I have played one. Our patrons in our Discord have played them together in our Discord. So it's very possible to do it digitally via Zoom, Skype, if Skype still existed, Google Meets, or anything like that. Or you can print them out and play them in person with friends and family, or people that you just met. That's also cool too. If you click on that link and you go to their page, check them out. You can see them and stuff. If you buy something through that link, like if you click on that link and then buy something from their store, I get a commission. So 2 birds, 1 stone. At the end of the day, we appreciate if you click on the link anyway, just because we are people that believe in supporting small businesses, even if you just want to browse and see what they've got and showcase them off. So other than that, I haven't thought about Skype in years. Me too. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Keep on the lookout in our Discord for when Drake's going live or when I've going live or any new things that we have, including giveaways and specialty streams. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Have a wonderful weekend.